right. Welcome, everybody, to today's episode of Asylum Arms. We have with us ghostangel84. I am...
Hold on. Give it a couple of minutes because you've got pre-roll ads that are going to come through first.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Yes, sir.
And you know how you can avoid those pre-rolled ads if you use your Amazon Prime sub.
This is fucking true.
I forgot about pre-roll.
Yep. Ad number 2 is through.
I'm not seeing any ads.
Yeah, looks like it's going live on my side. Well, I'm also logged into Asylum Arms, so.
You've been offered to the spider guy. What the fuck?
I have no idea what you're looking at.
The what?
Yeah, I got a message. I've been offered to the spider gods. What the flying fuck is going on?
Burn it with fire.
Oh, I'm gonna burn it with something. It ain't gonna be fire. Willie P knows really fucking well.
Yeah.
I know how to make homemade napalm.
Oh yeah, Ajax and gasoline's a fucking motherfucker, ain't it?
Nope, that's not it.
Which version are you talking about?
The sticky kind.
Ah, okay.
I'm really good at that.
All right, that one's up. Let me grab one more screen. Hang on a second.
There's no fucking way. You know they're redoing the movie Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Did you see who they're gonna fucking put in it?
I'm not mad about it.
You know what? I'm not mad either.
I think considering his background and the show he was in,
yep,
that could be one of the best choices ever.
Yeah, you have Daryl Dixon as fucking Ghost Rider. Come on now.
No, Jen Snackles.
That's not what I just saw. I saw that they were in negotiations with the guy that plays Daryl.
No, it's Jen Snackles.
Really? Okay.
Hold on, let me double check. Let me see. Because I'm a huge Supernatural fan. I've seen every single fucking episode there is, and I cried during the last one with the final song with him going the way of the dinosaur.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen 2 episodes, and that was as far as I went.
I think I finished it. I think.
Oh wait, no. Why am I looking? I need IMDb, not Fandango. What the?
You tried to buy tickets?
Yeah, way far in advance.
All right, here we go. New Ghost Rider. Place the original in 2024. Whatever. Give me names, fucker.
Well, this is the weirdest episode of Asylum Arms that we've ever had, but here we go.
No, this is definitely not the weirdest episode we've had.
Okay, it's the weirdest episode I've ever hosted. How about that?
How weird do you want to make it?
Yeah. I mean, we can make this really uncomfortable for everybody real fast.
I mean, yes, we can. This is a thing that we are able to do. We should probably not, though.
I mean, if you want to bring it old school, we can play gay chicken and see which one of us ends up with 3 kids 10 years later trying to figure out who's gay and who's not.
Let's not play that game. Is this live, like real time? Yeah, 100%. This is like.
Yep, this is us. This is we're doing this.
All right, so we've got chatters. We can see chatters. Go ahead and roll with it, bud.
All right. Well, like I said, here we go. Okay. Anyway, welcome to my first episode hosting on Asylum Arms. With me is my fellow host, that guy up there.
Wait, who are you?
That was you. That's like that guy.
Oh, you're on a completely different fucking setup than I am. Yeah, no, that was not me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just telling you right now.
Are we playing Brady Bunch now?
Yeah, 100%. We're doing it.
Yeah, Pool, that guy. I don't know why. I don't know why I fucking blanked your name, but I did. It's like,
That's okay. I blank my name all the time.
I'm pointing. That's weird. I'm pointing away from you on one of them. This is me pointing at you now.
well, it's because it's because it's based off of what mine looks like right now.
Oh,
I hate yours. Change it.
No.
Oh, damn it.
well, that answers that.
I don't sleep next to you in bed. You don't get to tell me what to do.
That you know of. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you smell different when you're awake.
You smell different under chloroform.
Exactly.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that one, were you?
No, I was not. I appreciate that. I would say I'm going to steal it and use it later, but I think I'd get arrested.
Yeah, don't ever. Okay, look.
What's
announcement? If you're in mental health rehab, don't say that. You're a psychologist.
what's the best pickup line ever?
Oh God.
Oh. Ooh.
Go for it.
Shit. Top left looks like something. So on this episode of WWE.
Now we're WWE. I like it.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Oh God.
Stone Cold.
There we go. Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
There we go.
Wow. All right then. So I think we're just kind of, you know what, hell with it.
You know what? We're running with it. It works.
It's definitely us. This is definitely an us stream.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Thought the middle guy was the one streaming.
No, it's
who's the guy in the middle?
The bottom. The one on bottom.
The guy down there. He's the host tonight.
Yeah, I'm technically in charge, I guess.
It's like the episode's an hour and a half long. We're gonna spend the next hour trying to figure out who's doing what.
Fair enough. Okay,
I don't have enough beer for this.
Fuck, I'm almost out of whiskey.
But I do have 5 bottles of whiskey up there.
No, mine's damn near gone.
I'm trying to be at least somewhat politically correct, and I put mine in a big cup.
Oh, but that's Seagram's though.
I didn't buy it.
Fair.
I don't mix my whiskey though, so that's the issue.
Yeah, no, I 100% get it. But I went and got dog food today. The wife went and got alcohol. She got the really good stuff for her and was just kind of like, "Oh, here you
go." At least it's not military special.
Oh God. The shit would just melt through the plastic jug.
Only the cap is left. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah. I remember coming back from deployment and buying a bottle of that shit. And 4 years later, when I was getting ready to be fucking PCS to my next duty station, that shit was still in the fucking cabinet.
Oh my God. I should have killed my roommate. You know, when I got back, he had been back. So I was in Iraq from August of 07 till October of 08. Sorry, to the end of September of 08. And then October till November 14th, I was in Kuwait for the wash rack detail.
Okay.
Oh God.
And so my roommate had been back from deployment for about 2 months at that point. Knew I was coming back. You know, alcohol he saved for me?
Don't tell me it was military special.
No, worse than that. I'd take military special over that any day because at least you can fucking mix it.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit scared.
Well, no, Dead would know what this is.
Send it.
Mad Dog 2020 grape.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Did he throw a bottle? At least did he throw a bottle of St. Ides on top of it? Come on now.
No.
Fuck.
Oh, he really didn't like you, did he?
I was gonna say, so he wasn't really your buddy at that point.
Oh no, he really was. It's just he was like, "This is all I got left. I already drank all the Jameson." I was like, "Well, I'm gonna shit in your boots."
Right.
there,
God.
there will be a penalty to pay.
I mean, okay, look, all right, we talked about this off a stream, so pardon us, chat, but yeah, I remember Mad Dog 2020.
I don't remember during it though.
True, very fucking true.
I remember before, and I remember after.
I don't remember much. I remember somebody bought it, and then a week later, I was good. Because like we were going, we were supposed to go to Payson, Arizona, for a camping fishing trip. A bunch of guys or girlfriends, this, that, and the other, and we convinced somebody because I was underage. I'll be honest.
Wait, were you ever underage?
Not really. Not really. I high five fucking Moses when I get off the goddamn ark. Whatever.
Jesus was his homie.
Yes. I knew Jesus's brother, Josh.
Was he the drunk instead of the carpenter?
Yeah, 100%.
It reminds me of the Robin Williams bit from Live on Broadway with Jesus's brother.
Yeah. God, now I want to download that entire fucking stand-up.
He's got he's got another one after that, right?
Oh yeah.
Weapons of My Own Destruction.
Yep.
Right, but we need to continue.
Wait.
Ooh, squirrel.
Yeah, that's about right. About right.
Mortar. So, I guess we're gonna actually do the
podcast stuff
thing. Yeah, because that's kind of what we do.
This is just a warm up.
What I heard of.
Just getting everybody loose, lubricated.
So, if you don't mind, first and foremost, how would you like us to address you? If you say "Daddy," we're gonna have issues.
Mommy, no. I mean,
well, okay, mommy.
You can call me Ghost. You can call me Chris. It doesn't fucking matter.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, Ghost, will you do us a favor, and anyone that's listening and anyone that's watching right now, do you mind giving a little brief description of who you are, what you did, and
why you're here,
and run it?
All right. Well, my name is Chris. I was Army Infantry for 11 and a half years. And as I mentioned to Divinity before you dropped in, my first day of civilian, ironically enough, was Veterans Day 2016. I am 100% through the VA, P&T, plus I also get CRSC, which is combat-related special compensation. I was not blown up or anything like that. It's just wear and tear on your fucking body. Light infantry is not so light.
No, no, it is not.
I have a 16 and a half month deployment to Iraq/Kuwait because they were running on from each other, as I mentioned before, for the wash rack detail and all that shit. I also have a 9 month to Africa, 4.5 months in Djibouti. Yes, I'm all up in that booty. And then 4.5 months in Kenya. The best way I can describe the Kenya one, do you remember in 2021 when you heard about that terrorist attack in Kenya?
Yep.
That's where I was, but that was not when I was there.
Roger that.
Fair enough.
So I got out in 2016, moved down to San Antonio, Texas, did a couple odd jobs. Didn't have my 100% when I first got out, by the way. So that was kind of rough. Lost my job in April of 2017. Reapplied or reclaimed a few things for the VA. Ended up getting 100%. Went back to school. Got my degree in cybersecurity. Did absolutely jack all with it, and ended up working for a quote unquote military oriented bank for about just shy of 4 years. And most recently, I have moved. As of right now, it's just myself, but I now work for U.S. Southern Command here in Doral, Florida, and I do contracting and stuff. I guess the easiest way to put it is I facilitate exercise support and sustainment for the operations that we have within Southcom's area of operations, which is Central, South America, and the Caribbean. So suffice it to say, my TDY is fucking awesome.
Right?
No kidding.
My wife, I do have 4 kids, ranging from soon to be 18 down to 8. My wife and my kids are still in San Antonio while our house sells.
Gotcha.
And I enjoy long walks on the beach and holding hands.
Oh, well, Divinity is fucking smiling. We already saw that.
Yeah, but you don't know why.
No, I do know why. That's the problem.
Also, I mean, personal side of me, I play video games. I love hunting. I love fishing. I'm going to start going back to the gym here. I've had a couple medical things that has kept me from the gym legitimately, so I'm starting to work through those. But yeah, I'm an open fucking book. I will not say I've done something if I haven't, and I will not say I haven't done something if I have, unless it's secret. But that
fair enough.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, last rank before you got out.
Staff Sergeant E6.
Roger that.
Okay.
I was I'm not the Army guy. I grew up an Army brat. Did not go into the Army because my father was a commanding officer, and when I spoke with a recruiter, they were like, "Oh, so we'll go ahead and get your dad to fucking go ahead and swear you in," and then big Army apparently went, might not be a bad idea for you to get show up under your dad's command, and I'm like, all of this sounds like bullshit.
All of this sounds horrible.
Yeah, this sounds like a terrible time.
This sounds like when I get to boot camp and they go, "Oh, your dad is General blah blah blah." My life is fucked.
Yeah.
Real quick tangent, 30 seconds. So when I was in basic training, yes, basic training story, whoop-de-fucking do.
Oh no,
I think
we
we're
generally
about.
ask that. We generally ask what's your favorite basic training story?
Oh yeah.
I got 2 of them then. I got 2.
We're taking them all then.
Oh man, I've got more than 2. Fuck. All right, so to start off this one, to start off this one, this has to do with an officer's son. So first off, when I joined the Army, I was not an 11 Bravo to begin with. I actually came in on an 18X contract.
Okay.
Halfway through basic training, I talked to the recruiters I had, the drill sergeant recruiter, or whatever the hell you want to call him, the SF recruiter, and I said, "Hey, what can I expect after basic? Just mentally, so I can mentally prepare myself." Because something I have learned when it comes to soft operations and stuff like that and getting trained for it and getting chosen for it, it is 90% mental and 10% physical. The physical still absolutely fucking sucks, but they want to know that you've got the mental capacity to make it through what you need to.
Right.
And they couldn't tell me anything, or they wouldn't tell me anything. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm just going to drop it. And I went regular infantry. So here we are. But anyway, so 3 weeks into basic, maybe it wasn't even that fucking long. And we're all standing, we're all like getting ready for the evening. And all of a sudden, drill sergeant walks in, call it ease. Everybody runs to the tow line and stands there. He goes, "Who the fuck in here's father is Lieutenant Colonel so-and-so?"
No.
And directly across from me, I just see him go, "Fuck."
Yep.
And he's like, "Get in my office. Your dad wants to talk to you on the phone."
No.
Oh God.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely fucking yes.
No.
Oh God, no. That poor man.
And I can't even remember. I can't even remember the kid's name.
I went. I decided that the Army was not the best place for me. Obviously. So.
But Marines were.
Fuck no. That goddamn cult can suck it. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go Navy. Then I forgot.
So you chose to be a seaman twice in your life.
Well, the first time it wasn't my choice. I was just the fastest swimmer, so I just fucking made it.
Which says something.
Actually, if you want to get into it, it's technically the second fastest swimmer because the first one technically dies before it makes it through the edge.
That's true. That is true. And I just want to know how divinity is here.
Welcome to anatomy class.
I worked smarter, not harder.
Fuck, dude.
That is fucking fair.
Back door and ran in.
Wait, which back door are we talking about now?
Both. We're going with both at this point. I
can't say what I was thinking. Never mind.
I mean, you probably
100%
can.
you were allowed to say it on this podcast. Even if sponsors go.
It's like, did he come out a little brown?
Yes. No. The sponsors are going to be like, hey, look, he didn't say this word. We're okay.
Yeah. we have our list of no words.
Yeah, no,
everything
trust
else
me.
is
We've gotten reamed just because, like, you know, people are like, well, I'm going to say what I want. And all of a sudden the sponsors are like, yeah, no, you really can't say that stuff.
Sorry, I fidget with my knife it's
That's fine. The one part I don't show is never mind. It's kind of whatever.
We don't want to see what he fidgets with.
Don't stand up.
There's a reason this arm isn't fucking shown. But no,
who's mixing macaroni and cheese?
Wait, we got mac and cheese.
It's sad because that's what
if we're going backdoor, we got chili mac and cheese.
Oh, chili mac. Fuck. All right, yeah. All right, you want to get into that? What's the best MRE ever made?
Oh God, that is one of our questions. All right, so we're you know what?
Most and least favorite.
We're jumping to the end of the fucking show, and we're gonna do it right now.
We're gonna do it backwards.
Favorite and least favorite MRE.
Least favorite right off the bat, veg omelet.
I honestly think we can get married at this point.
We did have one guy that actually liked it.
Yeah, nobody talks about him.
That's fair.
Now, when it comes to the favorite, mine's not a single. It's actually two put together.
Okay.
And it will change your fucking life.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I've stopped eating MRE, so I've changed my life pretty much for the better.
No, you haven't. You still need them around.
Beef ravioli.
Yes.
Mixed with sloppy Joe.
I don't know.
And the jalapeno cheese.
Okay, jalapeno cheese. I'll go. I will say beef ravioli, and if you get the roast beef, you don't eat the roast beef. You take the quote unquote powdered mashed potatoes. And
nope.
Well, no, hang on. Add that with the beef ravioli, and then of course the entire shot glass of Tabasco. It's actually decent for at least 12 hours.
For at least 12 hours.
Until you have to shit.
I'm not saying the eggs.
Those fucking mashed potatoes turn into concrete in your fucking lower intestines.
100%, but I'll tell you what, if you run out of ammo, that motherfucker will knock someone out if you throw it.
yeah, so will I if I've got to run through you to get to a fucking toilet.
That's true. but I mean, in the field, when you've got you're in a pit and all of a sudden they're like, well, okay, we've got people coming, you can't leave.
Yeah, to be fair though, whenever
fucking everything I can at that point.
to be fair, whenever I was in the fucking field, the thing we had to worry the most about when going to take a shit was that we didn't walk on a fucking cactus.
Yeah. We
and I loved the field too when I was in first ID. Absolutely, I
had so much fun doing field exercises only because
yours was rubber ducky in a fucking tub.
I was a CB. I never stepped foot near the water.
Oh, so so you can appreciate this though. So I am not the first nor probably not going to be the last. But my dad was UDT in the 70s.
Okay,
and my father on my dad's side passed away before I was born in like 78. Was Omaha Beach on D-Day.
No shot.
Yep. He actually gained his as from what I've been able to find, he gained his citizenship that way. He is he was an immigrant from Newfoundland, Canada.
Oh wow. Okay, I've got nothing on that one.
Yeah,
that's fucking amazing.
Unfortunately, as I mentioned, did not live long enough for me to meet him. But
That's fair. I had a uncle that I met once, but didn't know his background. And then he passed away, and then all of a sudden, the background came out. He was Air Force before they were Air Force.
so he was Army Air Corps.
That's right. That's what it was. Air Corps.
Yes. And he did a lot of things and got a lot of awards that I was unaware of until after his passing. And then the old man, my old man. For those in the Navy, if I say old man, you know what I'm talking about. That's why I had to say my old man, because that's the Navy's version of the skipper or the colonel.
Okay, fair enough.
We call him the old man.
I will tell you after this, but I won't say it live now because he's still active. But I do have a high-ranking family member.
Roger that.
Word.
But my old man decided that it was finally time for me to be introduced to the rest of the family. It goes back a very long way. And when I read everything that my uncle did, I was just kind of like, oh well, no fucking pressure now, shit. And then
There's no pressure, is there?
Yeah. Then I saw my dad. DDT-14. I'm like, well, I'm fucked for the rest of my life.
What did your dad do?
He was a fuck. Where do you want to go with this one? Started out, he was Army.
Here, there, everywhere.
Went into the Army at the age of 17.
As you did back then.
Yeah, kind of. He was college graduate at the age of 17.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
A lot of drinking.
Back door.
Wait.
Army
never
base
mind.
as a kid.
No,
I
never
was
mind. I'm not
drinking
gonna
my
say
ass off at that point. But he became a pilot partway through his career, and then went warrant, and then a lot of other things happened, and the ranking became a little bit out of control, I would say.
So did he go fixed wing and then rotary?
He went rotary, and then he got shot down in South Vietnam, and was picked up by a Marine LRP unit, long range reconnaissance patrol.
The P is what I didn't know. I know it was long range. I couldn't remember what P stand for.
And he was brought back to their base, and they found out he was a pilot, and they had been shot down multiple times at the FOB, or forward operating base, that they were at. And the warrant officer asked him, have you ever flown fixed wing? And he said, yes, I trained, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, cool, you're going to fly this F-4 Phantom.
Oh.
The guy was a Huey helicopter pilot.
Yeah, those are the same.
Yeah, well,
I can go up, I can eject, and it can go down.
Exactly. From what I've read of multiple reports of the incident, there were multiple reports of this incident. No
one was surprised.
None of them good.
That does not go well for my old man. I'll tell you that right now. He agreed to it, and on his first takeoff, he was overweight. Not him, plane. The plane was overweight, you fucker. So he was going off of a.
He didn't pass height or weight. He had to get taped. They grounded him.
Trust me, the first time he told me the story, he was like, "I was overweight." I was like, "Yeah, no, I've seen it."
Aww.
But he got to the end of the runway, and he did not have enough speed to take off. So he, dove headfirst into the fucking jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yes. Oh, anyways, so you said you went to basic training.
All right. So yeah, all right. I had that
you know,
first.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to get a phone call later tomorrow. My dad's going to be like, "So I finally decided to watch this podcast."
I heard what you said about me.
call me fat.
You called me a fat fucker.
Well, Dad.
Like,
all right.
oh,
So,
look, dude, I've seen you.
the next. So this is a real quick one. It's not really a story. I had the most iconic names for drill sergeants.
Oh no.
Drill Sergeant Parrott, who George Parrott, if you watch us at any point, thank you for being who you were. Drill Sergeant Waldo.
No.
Oh God.
And Drill Sergeant Kirby. Yeah.
Are you sure you were in the Army?
Yeah. So on to actual story number 2.
Okay.
Good friend of mine. First name is Travis. We won't go any further than that. So we were sitting in the bay, just can't remember. I think it was like Sunday, so we're kind of like quote unquote free.
Right.
Just cleaning, resting, whatever. And one of the other guys comes out and he goes, "Hey man, where's this drill sergeant? Or where's this?" It's like, "Hey, can anybody find him?" And he comes out, "Hey, where's Waldo?"
No.
Oh God.
As soon as he fucking says this,
Oh God.
Drill Sergeant Waldo walks not from where their little CP is, but the back entrance. Walks in behind him. He does not see him.
Oh,
And I'm
God.
standing right next to him like blood has gone from my face and my mouth has dropped. He goes,
Oh, yeah.
My buddy turns around and looks at me. He's like, "Oh, fuck." He goes, "You did, motherfucker. Now push." Brought him to the front, right in front of the door where it goes into the drill sergeant CP. And he is in the front leaning rest for at least 5 hours that day and a combined 10 the next 3.
Sounds about right.
And then the final story I have, it's nothing. It's more or less against the drill sergeant. So we had just gotten back from the field. Can't remember what the fuck it was. And this drill sergeant comes down and goes like, "Everybody's going to the bathroom." He goes, "Y'all got 3 minutes. That's 90 seconds." And we all just look at him like, what?
That doesn't work.
What? He goes, "You know what the fuck I mean? Now go." And like he was like, you know how drill sergeants are. They are meant to be mean. They're meant to be rough during that time. They're meant to mold you. But later on, when we're in the field, he was a sneaky little fuck. Man, what was his fucking name? He wasn't one of mine. He was one of the platoon's drill sergeants. But he actually came up to us. And like he had his fucking face shit on,
Right.
and it was the middle of the night, and he snuck up. He told like we could see him when he was about 20 meters away. Like, "Oh, it's drill sergeant." He goes, "What's up, drill sergeant?" He goes, "Oh," he's like, "No, no." He's like, "Everybody relax. I'm not a drill sergeant right now." He really wanted to come out and see how we're doing, which was awesome. And someone mentioned, he goes, "Oh man, one of our guys has a great impression of you, drill sergeant." He goes,
Oh no.
"Wait, what?"
Yep.
And he was totally legitimate. He's totally cool. And he was actually my battle buddy. Is roster number 216, Joshua Glass. Don't know whatever happened to that fucker. I heard he actually went AWOL at one point and came back on base with a trunk full of money and guns, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Showed up on a Tuesday.
Yep.
But he honestly he had a great impression of him. And he comes up and he goes, and he actually did that exact one. He goes, "Y'all got 3 minutes. That's 90 seconds." And he like the drill sergeant busted out laughing. He wasn't mad or anything at all. He went with it. He goes like, "Y'all are doing the right thing. We're almost through it. You're almost there. Here you go." So it was cool too. That's all I have for basic training stories. But
no, that's perfect. So it's something that I've always been curious with. Like for me, the reason I joined, it's actually two. I had, obviously family in the military, so I thought it was my duty to follow with the family, and then I didn't join till I was 32. 9/11 happened, and I was like, oh, I'm really fucking pissed off at this point. And so my question to you is, what brought you to joining the military?
So it's kind of a twofold answer. So I was going to college at the time. So I did 1 year of college at Hope College out in Holland, Michigan, back in 03 to 04. During that time, I actually stopped going there because my aunt found out she had cancer. She was one out of 700 ever known cases at the time. Ever. Yeah. She was going through an experimental trial for it. And then near the end of that college year, my mom called me again and was like, hey, she's not going to make it. The doctors have given her till the end of the summer. So we're about 3 weeks to the end of summer when I'm set to go back to college, back in Holland, Michigan. And she was still alive. So I was like, I'm not going anywhere for her. And I ended up going to a local community college called Hope College. Said, hey, this is what's going on. I'm like, yeah, no, we understand, not a problem. And I went to a local community college for the next year. I had actually started to look into the National Guard at the time. And the MOS that I looked into was ironic enough because of what I ended up being in the active duty. I ended up originally looking into military police. Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah, National Guard though.
Okay, all right. Well, no, that's fine.
And then I literally went to MEPS and everything with him, did all the tests and everything. There was another funny story that came with that. So I almost didn't make it in because there is someone out there with my exact first name, my exact middle initial, my exact last name, and the last four of my social with my exact birthday. That was a criminal.
Oh, well, I've got one at the VA right now. He is 94 years old. So every time I go to the VA and I've got an appointment, they're like, your name, blah blah blah, your birthday, blah blah blah. Okay, your social security number, blah blah blah. You look really good for being, and I look at him and I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah, I am not 94.
Yeah, I'm old as shit, but not that old.
I am not Father Time. Yes. I might be his son, but I am not Father Time.
100%. I've high-fived him once at a family reunion.
So I go to MAPS, do the test and everything. They do the background check. And I get into the car with the recruiter and he's like, you fucking lied to me. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, you've got a criminal record. And mind you, at this time I was about to turn 20.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, you've got a felony arrest because you did grand theft auto of a vehicle back at this time in this state. And I was like,
I wasn't born yet, dude.
Fucking didn't. No, no, you have to understand. The guy that was coming up, same birthday as me.
Right.
And year, not month and day. Year as well.
So he was also 20.
Yeah, we were all the same. We were the same fucking age. I was like, and I asked him, I was like, okay, when was this supposed to have taken place? And he was like, it was like 2001, 2002. And he had mentioned the date. And I was like, I was at a basketball tournament during that time. He goes, wait, what? I was like, yeah. I was a straight shooter as a kid. I had high honors. I graduated with a 3.6 GPA in high school. Like, I just didn't fuck around. And he's like, wait a minute. So he calls the fucking police station on there. And mind you, you can't tell from here, but I'm 6'2".
Right.
So I wasn't a small guy.
Right.
He's like, okay. So he calls him and he goes,
I should be right back, guys.
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, he calls up the police and goes, "Hey, this is I think it's like Staff Sergeant. I can't remember what his fucking name was at the time. Because I'm calling from it was a Sanford, Maine National Guard recruiting station. I'm just checking up on a police report from back on this date." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Can you describe him to me at that point?" And he was like, "Yeah, blonde hair, brown eyes, 5'10", stop."
Yeah. No, we're done.
He was like, "Thank you." He was like,
Yeah.
"I'm so sorry." I was like, "Hey, I don't blame you. You're doing what you did." Well, probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks later after that, I got a call from the Saco, Maine recruiting station active duty.
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, we'd love to be able to talk to you." Apparently, they got my fucking name from, I don't know where the fuck.
Right.
And like, "Hey, we'd love to talk to you about some opportunities." I was like, "Yeah, I'm already looking at National Guard, but give me what you got." So I met with him one day. And his name was Staff. You're gonna laugh at this. Staff Sergeant Butters.
No.
Yes.
No. That can't happen.
Yeah, it happened.
I've got one, and I'll let you finish. I've got one that you're gonna fucking die on this one.
Oh no, I've got two that you're gonna die on, and one of them I saw today.
All right, I'm good with it.
So he was, you know how they've got a senior NCO for the recruiting station, and they've got two sub NCOs.
Right.
He was one of the subs. The senior NCO was Sergeant First Class Gregory Grayson. He's retired now. I think he lives in Connecticut. So I talked to him. He was like, "Yeah, what do you want to do?" I was like, "Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing that." Didn't really know what I was doing at the time, and this honestly all goes back to my aunt. So summer had passed and everything. We'll fast forward to probably October timeframe. October 2004 is when I talked to the National Guard recruiter.
Okay.
Probably first week in November-ish, second week in November. Talked to the active duty, and my aunt passed away November 14th, 2004. And at her peak physical fitness, whatever you want to call it, peak of health, she was 150 pounds and about 5'8". She passed away at 92 pounds, 92 pounds and 5'4".
No shot.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I couldn't even give her a hug goodbye because she told me, she's like, you're squeezing me to quote unquote death.
Yeah, you're too big.
And she's like, "I know you'll make me proud." And I said to myself, "I'll do my best." And at that point, I ended up going with the active duty at that point, the 18X contract, as I mentioned, which is the Special Forces contract. And here I am. Like, that was it. I was in the delayed entry program with the DET program for 8 months.
Yep.
Started basic training July 14th, 2005.
See, I never thought I would go through this. I'm a proud father of a son in the Army. Went to the Army because CBs didn't have any jobs. The Navy CBs did not have any jobs available, so he was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm just gonna go Army Corps of Engineers." And we were sitting in the recruiter's office, and of course, you've got Navy, Air Force, Marines, everybody in just like one building. So the Navy recruiter opens the door. He was bringing some paperwork over to the Army, and he looks over and he sees me. Now, I served with this guy in the CVs, and he looks at me and was
damn.
"What the fuck are you doing here?" And he looks over and he sees my kid, and he was like, "Why isn't he a CB?" Before I could say a word, my son goes, "Why don't you get some fucking jobs, bitch?"
All right. With that said,
yeah, go ahead.
I got to go to the bathroom like really bad.
No.
I've been drinking, so here we go. Give me like 2 minutes.
Do your thing. So, those of you that know me and everything else like that, so Jesse was just like, I'm going Army Corps of Engineers. He tested properly, and what he wanted to do on his ASFAB was to get a higher score so he could, rank out properly.
Right.
So I wasn't aware of this until he did it, but the Army has a program where you can actually go to school for 4 weeks and raise your ASFAB score before you go to boot camp.
I didn't know anything about that either.
And him and his battle buddy were they were the top 2 in the entire school. They absolutely destroyed the ASFAB for what he was trying to go into.
Right.
So then here comes the Army, and they're like, well, so what had happened was you crushed the engineer score to the point where we don't want to make you an engineer anymore.
Of course.
We want you to be a Patriot missile tech. Now, my son, being who he is, he likes to downplay a lot of his achievements.
Mm-hmm.
So, he wrote us, and he was just like, well, I only scored a 70 on the ASFAB. And I was like, all right, cool. He was like, but
that's not a bad score though.
Yeah.
Now, hang on, it gets worse. He goes, well, I scored a 70, and apparently, that's a couple of brackets higher than, an Army engineer. So what the Army decided to do was they pulled the Army engineer contract from me, and they gave me another option. And I was like, okay.
Let me guess, I said infantry.
No. Patriot missile tech.
So here's the thing, and this is when was this? When was your son joining? How long ago?
He's in basic right now.
Unless they've changed something.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my ASFAB was an 87. I also had to do D-Lab, and I ended up getting that test 45 minutes late.
Right.
And I finished before anybody else. So when you do your ASFAB, it just says you can have everything up until this point. They can't say, well, you're smarter than a fucking engineer. We're going to take that. I can almost guarantee you that recruiter had a quota needed for that Patriot missile tech. And I said, well, now you can't have that. Here you go.
So here's what we found out. He did not score a 70.
I'm kind of retarded.
He scored a 120.
ASFAB only goes up to 100. Now, with that being said, the different line scores you have, GT, MC, which is mechanic, all those can go up to 140. Now, no shit. I had when I was in, this is going back again. Here goes. Back in my day.
Back in my day, we wore boots.
We were, yeah. Can you imagine 20 years from now? Back in my day, we wore fishnet stockings.
No. Can you imagine looking back like, shit, at this point, 5 years, and someone goes, we actually polished our boots, and then you're like,
Yeah, no shit. My basic training was the last. Hold on. First off, Divinity. When did you go to basic?
02.
Okay, so you went before me. My basic training was the last basic training unit to have BDUs and like shine polish, like the actual discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I going with this? Anyway, so I had a medic when I was in first ID. So I was 4th Battalion, 216 Infantry for first ID. Sorry, 4th Brigade, 216 Infantry Battalion, first ID. This motherfucker, the highest score he got on his line scores was a 140. The lowest was 139.
holy shit.
This motherfucker was Stephen Hawking without the fucking wheelchair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got the voice box and the fucking
Yeah.
typing and everything else.
We'd be so when I was in 216, we deployed to Africa. I was the night sergeant of the guard for when I was in Kenya, and then also when I was up in Djibouti for Campbell and Year.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, like, he had two computers at the desk while doing his shit. One was learning, I can't remember. He had learned like 3 different languages while we were there.
Right.
Using Duolingo. And the other one, he was playing Hearthstone.
Yeah. I've been deployed to that one.
And come to find out, after, like, I was talking to him one day, his, was it older or younger brother was one of my soldiers when I was in the old guard.
Okay. Oh shit! Wait. Let's back up a little bit.
Yes.
The what?
The old guard.
Okay.
You
want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
No, actually, you go ahead on that one.
All right. So the old guard.
I got nothing on that one.
You would know it by a different name because I'm not sure what the Navy calls theirs.
Well, I grew up an Army brat, so I know
Okay.
what yours is.
So, okay, fair enough. So the old guard, the third U.S. Infantry Regiment out of Fort Myer, Virginia. They have multiple different roles up there. One of the main ones that most people know them by is Arlington National Cemetery and the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Yes.
I was not a tomb soldier by any means. I have friends that were. But I did not feel like being the suck that much.
my very first team leader was a tomb soldier. So that sucked on Class A inspection days.
Yeah.
You can't beat that guy.
Oh,
period.
No. If you ever come across an honor or an old guard soldier, they can typically put a uniform better than you can with a fucking ruler.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So as mentioned, I was there from June of 2009 till August of 2013 when I first got there. So first off, when it comes to the old guard, the 3rd Infantry Regiment, there's actually 3 battalions. Yes. There's 4th Battalion and 1st Battalion. Both of them are at Fort Myer. And then there's, it's 2nd Battalion. They are technically a combat unit in one of the battalions within, I want to say, 4th Brigade, 2nd ID.
Okay.
They're part of the 2nd ID out of Fort Lewis, Washington. Or Joint Base Lewis McChord. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. So they're strictly combat. Right. Then you've got, as I mentioned, you've got 4th Battalion and 1st Battalion. 4th Battalion, which is who I was with, they have the Honor Guard Company, which is the Presidential Marching Platoon, which is what I was in. The Caskets Platoon for joint missions. The Continental Color Guard. So, for example, do you remember watching the Super Bowl last year?
Yep.
You remember when they came out and they did the flags, the American flag and national anthem? That was them. They do that 99% of the time. And then also you've got the U.S. Army drill team, and then you've got also the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Then when you talk about 1st Battalion, you have the caisson. Caisson is the soldiers that have the horse and carriage that pull the remains of fallen soldiers, whether it be active duty or veterans, or someone who qualifies to be buried in Arlington National Cemetery. Through them, not through them, but through the cemetery to their final resting place.
Right.
And then you have the guns platoon. They do the gun salutes, like the 105 cannons. Trying to think if there's another one. And then typically at that time when I was there, 1st Battalion was the primary, what we called it, in Arlington National Cemetery when it came to active duty burial. Right. During December timeframe for block leave, 4th Battalion would take over for a certain period of time, so 1st Battalion could go on leave. And then 4th Battalion would also do the joint service mission. So
that's a big one.
Yeah. going kind of back. Like, remember when I said I was 6'2"?
Yep.
I was in honor guard platoon, the presidential marching platoon, and I was the second shortest.
Yes. Oh yeah. No. I mean, we learned that in Navy boot camp when we set up our people that are going to do like honors and this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
You are literally, you have to be, quote unquote, this tall, this weight, this shoulder, this weight.
The weight is a
well for
farce.
us. You
okay for you.
Yeah, we literally had to meet this criteria, and like when I got the honor, I got it really was an honor. When Chief Kyle died,
like Chris Kyle.
Yes.
When I can't remember when exactly was that again.
If you ask me right now, I couldn't tell you the date.
No, Google's a friend today, aren't we?
But yeah, we need them. But I was honored to be a part of a ceremony that was actually going on in Arlington. His body is not in Arlington, but they did a ceremony for him. And
they've got a representation of him there.
Correct. And it was the time when we were switching over from the OD Greens, the old Woodlands, over to the Navy's god-awful pickle fucking uniform, the digital camouflage that they talk about now.
Excuse me. So February 2nd, 2013. So I was still in the honor guard at that time.
Thank you. But I was blessed, and I will say blessed because I went to the ceremony. But I was the only.
We might have crossed.
We probably did. Because like the first place that we went to was, obviously the entrance, and the next place we went to was the CB Memorial, just outside.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then
that's right on. There's that bridge, the CB Memorial. If you cross that bridge over the Potomac, goes right to the Lincoln Memorial.
Yes, it does.
I've done that run entirely too many times.
I was the only Navy person in digital green for the first time. That was a shit show from hell because my rank was on my chest. I was at the time I was an E4. But if you
damn, I outranked you.
Oh, 100%. But if you looked at the Navy rank at that time, most Army would look at that rank and be like, "Oh, he's a fucking colonel," because it was a crow with a single chevron underneath. It
okay.
Actually,
you had the yep.
Yeah, it actually happened more than once. I was walking down, and we were parading, bringing the colors and everything else like that. All of a sudden, I looked over, and there were junior Army, Marine, and Air Force officers that pop salute. I'm not the guy that you pop a salute to. I'm an E4, so
the most awkward thing is when you pop a salute to a fucking specialist when you're in fucking ACUs because you can't tell the difference between a fucking a lieutenant colonel and a fucking specialist.
Yep. I did the same thing in Virginia at 10th Mountain Division. I was walking through the parking lot. There was a first lieutenant walking up, and he saw, and I was
Virginia 10th Mountain.
Yes,
10th Mountain's in New York.
They have a subdivision outside of God, I can't remember the base. Shit.
You got Fort Eustis, Fort Myer, Fort Belvoir,
It's Fort Useless.
Okay. I was gonna say I've never heard of that fucking before.
Well, we were pushing out to Lafayette, and we were staging everything in Norfolk. We had Army, Marines, and Navy all pushing out. I was HAZDEC certified.
Okay.
So I was coming in to help transportation actually get their HAZDEC paperwork correct.
All right. So it was a support unit. When I think 10th Mountain,
10th Mountain.
When I think 10th Mountain, I'm thinking like infantry. That's that's what I was. So that's what I think of. That's fair. You talk about that. Is anybody here a fan of the show Naked and Afraid?
Yes.
I have a friend who won. I have a friend who won it.
No shot. Wait, who?
His name's Ryan Holt.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Well, let me phrase that. I know of him.
Okay. So he won the Florida Everglades show, and he was on Naked and Afraid XL twice.
Yes.
He was I met him when he was still Marine Infantry, and he was stationed out of Patuxent up in Maryland. He was dating a friend of mine, and I remember, was it the first time I met him? No, I don't think it was. But December 19th, 2009, they had Snowmageddon that hit the DC area, and we got 36 inches of snow overnight. And the reason why I remember that is because that's when I decided to have my Christmas party with my girlfriend, now my wife, and all our friends. Hence why we have a soon-to-be 13-year-old daughter.
No, that makes sense. It checks out at this point.
But oh my gosh, so we got like when I say 36 inches of snow, we got 36 inches of snow overnight. The DMV area used their entire snow removal budget for all of 2009, 2010 in a matter of 4 fucking hours.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
And I think some people got out of there before the snow really hit. And it was myself, my girlfriend, now my wife, Ryan, his girlfriend, one of me and my wife's friends, who is actually the aunts of our kids.
Right.
And then there was another one of my friends and his girlfriend, who is now his wife.
Mm.
So, and plus everybody else who was living. So I was renting a room at the time. And we had, do you remember growing up, those giant, I guess you could say, just call them buckets, where they had the 2 giant white ropes on the side, and they were like they were that big around and like about that deep, 50 gallons.
Yep.
Yeah, we had one of those filled with jungle juice.
Oh God. No.
Oh God.
And whatever we could find for fucking food at that time, like whatever leftovers we had, Hot Pockets, you name it. But we were drinking that for like 3 days straight while we waited for them to fucking dig us out of the fucking Snowmageddon. I remember Ryan's girlfriend at the time. Her name was Nikki. It was like day 2, maybe 3. And she was like, I just want to go home. And she's like 5 foot, 5'1".
Yeah, like just 95 pounds soaking fucking wet.
Literally. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
So 36 inches is already up to like here on her. And she goes out to her car or van at the time. And I think she grabbed the, what was it? It was the dustpan for the broom. And she's sitting there trying to shovel herself out. She's sitting there for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then she seemed to go, and she just drops to her knees, and then it just goes up to here. And she just fucking gave up. And we call it, it's like, Nikki, just come inside. Yeah, she's like, we're like, Nikki, just come inside. She's like, I just want to go home. It was the funniest time of our life we had during that time.
I was stationed in Little Creek, Virginia.
Okay.
For anybody that knows Navy terms, Little Creek is, the East Coast version of SEAL homes. That's where the Navy SEALs stay. Mm-hmm. So we had a hurricane coming in, and I was with the amphib, and I was on the crane crew. We were at one time
crank crew.
Yes, the crane.
How was that crack?
Trust me, we helped out the Army a lot, because when the Army went, we had tugboats. We all went, holy shit, you're kidding. But we had a hurricane coming in, and we had 80-ton crawler cranes, boat lifts, this, that, and the other. Big hurricane coming in, and we got called by the base, and they're like, hey, do you guys mind helping out, the SEALs? And the Army engineers, they've got a couple of tugboats. Can you pull them out of the water? We were like, you called us 8.5 hours after we got off work. We're all drunk.
You want a rub and tug?
Well, so literally, the skipper calls and goes, "How drunk are you?" And we were like, "Well,
go fuck your mom." Oh,
I can't see the front door." And he goes, "Good enough. Get in your car. Get on the base." Okay.
wait, what?
Yeah, no. If we could see the front door, we were good enough for this mission.
I thought you said I can't see the front door.
No, I couldn't see the front door. According to him, that was good enough. Get in your car and get on base.
Like, are you prepared to deal with the consequences of your actions?
Bro, our boat lifts, greatest thing in the world. There was a cockpit.
Shut
up.
There's a mom joke in there somewhere.
I knew that.
There's a mom joke in there somewhere.
That's why I stalled on the delivery. But we had a remote control that we could control this giant crane to pick up a boat and move it. Yeah. First off, the guy that was the drunkest was on the remote. Thank you. but we showed up, and all of us realized we were way too drunk to do our job. So we're going to the gas station on the base. We're going to get coffee, Monsters.
That doesn't fucking work.
You
know what does work? You know what does work? Narcan and methamphetamines.
Yes, it does.
Wait,
so
what?
I walk into the supermarket, the gas station.
The super meth.
There's two teams inside, and they're buying every bit of alcohol that this fucking gas station has. And I look over and I'm like, and I knew who they were, and I was like, "Hey, warrant, blah blah blah. Fuck are you doing?" He was like, "Oh, we're on call." And I'm like, "You've got like damn near $12,000 worth of alcohol." He goes, "Yeah, we're on call."
All right, so here's a question going back to the grand old alcohol. Okay. What is one drink that was made that they don't make anymore that you absolutely miss?
Thug's Passion.
Wait, what?
Thug's Passion.
Was that like Alizé mixed with freaking Hypnotic?
No, Alizé and Hennessy.
You can still get that though.
Yeah, but you got to buy them separate.
Nope. Dima Triple X.
Oh, all right. Look, I'm leaving.
Another story.
I'm having flashbacks. I need to leave.
No, another story. My 21st birthday. It was a month and 5 days after I graduated basic training.
Okay.
We go to the class 6. It was me, my buddy Travis, who I mentioned, the one who said, "Where's Waldo?" And then one of my good friends who is unfortunately no longer with us because of the VA, Chad. And we go into the class 6, and they have the Zima Triple X 24-ounce cans.
No.
A flat 12 of them are $6.
Oh God.
No. No.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I bought 3 of them bitches. $18.
Fucking giving up a mortgage on that run.
Oh my God. So we go back. We're living in the barracks. He was underage. I wasn't. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I'm one of those people. It's like, if you've got enough, if you're allowed to sign your name on the dotted line to put up your life for this country, you can fucking have a drink. Just don't go out and be fucking stupid. Stay in the fucking barracks.
At this point, just don't be stupid.
So it was, I can't remember what fucking night it was, but anyway, he comes to me the next day. He goes, "Bro." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Oh, I fucked up last night." I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "You gave me a couple of those at the end of the night, and I went home to shine because we still had BDUs. Because I went back to shine my I went back to shine my boots, press my fucking uniform, and the next thing I know, my team leader
I made love to the muffler.
my team leader is bumping me on the chest, and I'm not wearing any fucking pants or underwear and just your fucking BDU shirt on my fucking bed." He said he drank one of them and does not remember it. Like, people don't understand. Like,
it's a mind eraser.
Well, the Zima Triple X of their days, the 8% Zima Triple X is the 14% Four Loco of our days. Now, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not doing that again."
Did he do it again?
Oh, you went, hey, guess what? It's time for a battalion run.
I think we got zonked that morning, luckily for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
But I honestly, I loved Zima.
Oh, Zima was, God, I hate to fucking say it. It was actually really good.
It was. It was essentially Sprite with alcohol.
Yeah.
It was Sprite with alcohol. I mean, what are you going to fucking do? It's not like it was Mad Dog 2020.
Well, I mean, it was like back in my day, you know, I mean, we're only 8 years
Okay,
apart.
Jesus.
Yeah, true. So we had mead.
You turned your own water into wine.
Well, I mean, I was desperate. It tasted like fucking iron. It sucked.
That's blood.
Was that what that was?
Yes.
No wonder I hate Romans. Everyone in chat's just like, what the fuck did you just say? There's one person, I guarantee you right now, listening to this podcast in a Bible going, Romans 31:72. What the fuck is he talking?
Sacrifice thine virgins unto me.
Yes. I'll tell you what, the most fun I had because we did that fishing trip multiple times.
Which fishing trip again?
The one we went to Payson and we just got really fucked up and we were supposed to go trout fishing and we every time forgot the fishing poles. But we had Mad Dog 2020 and you're 40 years old. You may remember this. I hope.
Boone's Farm?
Red Wolf beer.
No, and the reason why I say no at that time, the only beer I really knew of, because I hated beer at that point in my life.
All right, that's fair.
I knew Budweiser, Michelob, Heineken, the really main brands. Now these days, there's so many different beers that I will drink. Hence why I was drinking those others, which was, hold on, let me see.
Sadly enough, at the age of 30 years old, I stopped fucking drinking beer.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
You quit way too early. This is a Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA at 9.5.
That's pretty good.
It is. It actually really is a good, because I'm not an IPA fan, but it doesn't.
Now, you know what? Now I'm curious because Red Wolf was at the time really potent.
So here's another one I'm probably going to tell you that I like. You're be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Back in the 80s. Oh, it's an Anheuser-Busch. Oh, it's 5.4.
Weak shit.
Yeah, we drank. Like I drove up with a pickup truck. The entire back was full.
You know what? I actually like. It's a malt beer.
Okay.
Beer. Don't make fun of me.
This doesn't help. Trust me. Beer does not fucking help.
Steel Reserve.
Oh,
I've seen it.
That's my favorite.
Honestly, I love it because it actually tastes good.
Yeah, no, I actually love Steel Reserve.
Oh, thank you. And then the thing is, if you get there's two different versions. You got the silver can and you get the black can, but they're still both 8.5%.
Yep. And they taste really good. You don't have a bitter taste at the end.
It's very malty.
It's a very malty.
Because it is malt. It's a malt. I think they call it's technically a malt liquor.
Yes. It's considered St. Ides, which would be a malt liquor according to everything that they talk about. Because St. Ides is actually considered malt liquor.
I will say, Germany killed me or ruined my taste buds for beer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, my favorite one I can still get here, but it still doesn't taste quite the same. And that is Frankenskans or Hefeweizen.
Yeah. Yep. I know that one.
There's one beer. What's up?
I actually went to their beer garden in Munich during Oktoberfest while I was there.
I wasn't able to go to Oktoberfest because I was always deployed during that time.
Mm.
But I did get to go to Volksfest.
Ooh.
Which was fun. But there was another beer that I was never able to try, and it was called Bitburger beer, and it was supposed to taste like burnt bacon.
Oh, now I kind of try it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
What's that? It's bacon? It's bacon.
Bacon.
All right, so back to the podcast and off this fucking random tangent of fucking squirrels.
All right, so chat, welcome to talking about
After about an hour and 15 minutes in of fucking
like half a chat's just like, I'm going to the bar and I'm going to ask for this one, and I'm pretty sure no one's going to have a fucking clue what I'm talking about right now.
Today's podcast is brought to you by drink recommendations.
Today's podcast brought to you by every alcohol beverage ever known.
brought to you by alcoholism. Thank you.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Stage 1.
Please drive responsibly.
Ooh, let's not get into that one.
I said drive responsibly. That means don't drink and drive.
Yeah, no, that's what I was told when I was told to go to the embassy. Are you fucked up? Really fucked up. Can you stand? Yes. All right, get in the car and drive. Huh?
All right, let's go to the important questions now.
I don't think we really have important questions.
Oh, well, according to chat, we might get some new sponsors. According to what we just talked about.
Oh, what, AA?
So Asylum Arms just got a new sponsor. It's the VA's alcohol program.
Hey, one way, what's going on, man?
Hey, Hawk, ghosts. Yeah, you know what you do.
There's no bot tonight, so you have to pull it from the VOD.
No, you're gonna have to pull it from the VOD. That's the fun thing.
Sorry, Hawk. Blame pool.
Wait. Does a fucking old guy get blamed for this?
Because you're old and it's easy to.
Because you won't remember it.
True.
There you go.
True.
I'm gonna remind him tomorrow. Be like, "Hey, Pool, why'd you fuck up last night's episode?" He goes, "What?"
I what?
See, here's where you're wrong. It's recording on number 4.
Fair enough.
That way, tomorrow when I pull it back up and I start watching, I'm going, "Holy shit, we talked about a lot of alcohol."
Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, I mean that's the military experience. What do you want to fucking say?
And part of me is just like, all right, so par for the course. Fuck it.
Yep.
So you said that you're a father, you're a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make it work as far as a father or gamer? I found it very difficult for me. I've got a 26-year-old daughter. I have a grandson, and I have a son that just went to boot camp. And when I try to play games, everyone's just like, "I'm on the internet," and I'm like, "I want to fucking crush every one of you."
I mean, so it doesn't matter whether you're your father or not. Like the end all be all, you have to make sure that you are making sure that you're keeping yourself healthy, mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Correct.
And that's what it is for gaming for me. Now, that being said, my oldest son, who will be 18 in October, my youngest son, who will be 12 in July, they both video game, and I'll play video games with them plenty of times. Also, regiments honestly helped me a lot with that, with gaming with veterans and everything. I am by far a COD whore. Because
no, we gotta talk. We have to talk about this.
We're gonna talk, but you're still gonna be fucking wrong. Because I can't
be wrong at this point.
It's an abusive relationship between me and COD because it keeps fucking me, but I keep coming back for more.
And that's what I hate about the goddamn game. I mean, it's like,
but it's addictive. It's addictive.
A year It's still the same fucking game.
Well, that's your problem. You pay $70 a year. I played the Warzone aspect of it where I don't pay anything.
I haven't paid fucking for God in years.
But I mean, Warzone is free to play, so it doesn't really matter.
True.
But with that being said, my name is also Ghost, so just about every single fucking Ghost skin, I feel like I've got to fucking own. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, it's something it's part of me ever since I was a little kid. I mean, I started on Atari with the game. The game was it 1942 or was it 44?
Oh, it was 42, and it was a great fucking game. It was right next to fucking tanks.
Yeah, and it was just your little fighter jet back and forth.
Oh my god.
Yep.
As frustrating it was, I fucking Frogger.
Yep.
And then going up to fucking Nintendo. You had Batman, you had Ninja Turtles, you had Zelda, you had Double Dragons. Metroid was later.
Much later. But yeah, no, I know where you're going with this.
Metroid was Sega, I believe.
Yeah.
No. Man, I'd have to look it up. No, it was Nintendo. It was Nintendo, but it wasn't. I think it came out for NES.
I think Mega Man
wasn't early.
Sega.
Like I hate to say this, it wasn't early below the cartridge to make it work. Nintendo.
I identify as a cartridge.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I blew the cartridge and I licked the fucking bar to make sure it actually worked. You would put it halfway in and then slam it, close it, turn it on. Fuck, life sucked.
So here's a game about video games.
No, I'm talking about
yes. Another.
No, we're good. Yeah.
Another game not too many people remember, but it was honestly one of my favorites. Was River City Ransom? No, River City Ransom.
Oh yeah, no, I know that game.
Essentially, it was like kind of like a Double Dragons meets Grand Theft Auto kind of.
Yeah.
In a sense, just because it was like two guys running around beating up people trying to get their girlfriends back, I guess.
Yep. One of my favorites was Contra.
Mm-hmm.
And
I only knew Contra from the actual arcade version.
Yes, and that's where I was first introduced to it.
Oh, favorite. All right. Random tangent here. Favorite arcade game.
Joust.
No. Fucking The Simpsons.
No. We're going
Fuck
back
both
far
of
enough
you.
where it was 8-bit.
Area 51.
No.
Arcade, I'm thinking. All right, so
Joust.
If you want to hold, I had that on Game Boy. No. Area 51, if you want to talk about shooter arcade games, okay. I'm talking about mashing buttons and fucking hoping you don't fucking break the joyfish.
Like an actual arcade.
Going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Fine. Dragon's Lair.
Golden Axe.
All right, Dragon's Lair, I have heard of, but never got to play.
Oh my God. It is the most infuriating game you can ever play.
So that's why I'm
48 years old. I still have never beat the game.
This is all right. So it's a first, but a very close second for me. So it's first, it's The Simpsons, and 2, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh no. Nobody's ever beaten TMT. No, I don't believe it. Do you have video? Is it on Facebook?
Nope. Did they have Facebook when I was fucking 10 years old?
I don't care.
It cost my parents. It cost my parents $50 but I fucking beat it.
I'm telling you, that game was. Yeah, no.
Rage-inducing?
No. Nobody ever fucking.
Oh, it definitely was.
TNT.
No, I legitimately did.
No, I'm just saying that game was so fucking. It was great, but it was so fucking bad.
I think The Simpsons was a little bit harder, though. Honestly,
I mean, if you look at that, I mean, if you want to run it back, start playing Paperboy again. Play Paperboy drunk and see if you can hit that goddamn fucking doorstep.
I'm a functional alcoholic. What do you think?
You're not gonna hit the doorstep. I guarantee it. It's not gonna happen.
Challenge accepted.
I want to see the final score. Paperboy was like God, this.
Now, what was the other game? What was the other game that was like? What was the one that you liked there? Oh, fuck, the shooting game, Area 51.
Great game.
Time Crisis.
Yes,
that was another good one. See,
very good game.
That I would venture to say that was revolutionary because it wasn't just shooting; you actually had to hit the pedal to be able to go back and forth.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, arcade game. Now let's go OG. My favorite OG game of all time.
Top Gun. Trying to learn how to land on the aircraft carrier on Top Gun was more difficult than any mission you ever fucking did.
Pretty sure I've played it, but I mean, this is a go-to. I'm caught between two.
Okay. By the way, Chad, welcome to old school. Like we used to actually play video games before.
Welcome to Walker Gaming.
Yeah.
Like everyone in chat's like. So what the fuck is Pac-Man?
This is the title of today's episode is "Tell Me You're Old Without Telling Me You're Old."
Yes.
So all right, I kind of
40 plus.
Like legit. My first game was Pong.
I kind of got to break this up into different categories. So I think you've got to go from OG up to probably Sega.
Okay.
N64-ish. And then
with that.
PS1 to PS2, as well as everything in between. So you've got
PS1 to Xbox 360.
360. You think it's really that far?
There was a big change.
But the thing is, I wouldn't do that because once you hit like PS3, which was 360, there's a huge change, and I've got a favorite in that PS1 to PS2 time frame.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, like if we're talking OG games, my OG game is Elite Dangerous. The old school, the old school wireframe. Do you know how hard it is to
Elite Dangerous?
It's a space flying game. Dude, trying to land a fucking wireframe spaceship in a wireframe space station while it is fucking rotating.
All right. I'll take your wireframe and Ghost. You're gonna back me up on this one. You want to go back to the arcade and you've got wireframe.
Star Fox 64.
There was this game called Tron.
Oh God.
I do recall.
I remember playing that. But for me, all right, so for me, if you want to talk about Sega and before,
okay,
it's a tie. I have ties between all of them. Zelda, just because it's
the gold cartridge.
Yeah.
And Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'll give it that.
Now, then you'd get into, we'll say, N64-ish, because N64 was... No, what came first? N64 or GameCube?
N64.
Okay, so N64 going... All right, so we'll do it this way. N64 up to PlayStation 1 time frame.
Okay.
Because, like, it wasn't until PlayStation 2 came out that Xbox did. Yeah. PlayStation 1. And I don't know if there's any way to debate this. There's two games.
Metal Gear Solid.
So, yep. What's the other one?
See,
there's only one. There's only one you can say.
See, now Metal Gear Solid was my number one game, but I actually had a lot of fun. I was living in Reno, Nevada. Sims was actually the original Sims.
Final Fantasy VII.
I will be honest with you. I was never a fan of Final Fantasy.
I'm disappointed. Those were our Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid 1 were arguably the two best
I agree with that.
Games of all time for PlayStation 1.
I played Final Fantasy VII, but I played it on the computer. I didn't have a console.
The thing is that didn't come out to the computer till like the 2006.
I know.
Okay, all right. No, we're gonna end the debate right now.
Oh God.
I'll give you 2 games way back when there was floppy disks.
Oh, what? Well, no. Hawkeye, hold on.
Go ahead.
Wait, did we say GameCube came first or in 64?
64.
And 64
oh, it did.
Yes.
Now, yeah, Hawkeye puts a very.
I mean, GoldenEye was.
GoldenEye was the fucking was the pinnacle.
I think you have to break it down to game type as well.
Correct.
Because that's like if you want to talk like. And Hawkeye, I loved Super Mario World. That was the first 3D open world fucking game you had like that.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing, even though the fucking like certain things looked like fucking Madonna's bra.
Look,
but yeah,
really hot back then, so you got to.
Oh man, but then you're also talking about Tomb Raider. Fuck.
It gets a little bit wild at that point.
See, I didn't really game during this time period.
So for me,
I've got no dog in this fight.
I've been playing video games for a long time, back in the Atari days, and I was playing PlayStation, and I had Metal Gear Solid, and there's that one point in the game where
we had to unplug the controller and put it into port 2 so they couldn't read your mind.
Part of it, but when he read your mind and he made your controller jump across the fucking desk or table or whatever it was, and he goes, "I own you," and I was just kind of like, "All right, well," and I legit looked over at my brother. I was like, "If you put my controller on your nuts the next time you play this, I'm gonna beat the holy fuck out of you." And my brother looked at me and smiled and went, "Okay."
The beer is flowing and I've got to use the bathroom again, so here we go.
Roger that.
Go for it.
Give me 2.
But I agree. PS1 best game, Metal Gear Solid.
See, like I didn't game during that time period. Like I did as a kid up until like technically I got a Nintendo for Christmas. Technically it was mine. My dad played it. I got told to go outside.
My first Nintendo was the original Nintendo, and then all of a sudden Duck Hunt came out.
Yep.
My dad got me the expansion for that, but then there was also the Nintendo Olympics where we had the
running pad.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we did that, and then we figured out that we could do like some really stupid shit.
Yep.
God damn. But I'll tell you what. When my dad came home, and I don't remember the year, but he came home with the Power Glove.
Oh God, the fucking Power Glove.
He handed that to me, and I was like, like literally. I mean, it was. I think it was about the same time that Master of the Universe came out on in the movies, and I was like, I got a power, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I've been here too long. Be right back.
All right. So apparently it's going to be me sitting here. Hi, everybody.
Yes.
I guess somebody responsible has to be here to maintain control of things. How that became me, I have no clue. But yeah, so hey, everybody in chat, hello. Hello, Snow. How are you? Hi, Josh. Hawkeye. That's pretty much everybody right now. Wait, I'm assuming that's you, Hawkeye. You're the one that hits everything in racing games?
We'll see if it's the guy that hits everything. It's okay, Snow is here.
We definitely are having way too much fun tonight. It's tell me you're old without telling me you're old.
All right, can you hear my knees cracking when I stand up?
I cannot, but I'm not surprised. I jumped out of airplanes for a decade. I make those same noises when I get up.
Only idiots and bird shit falls out of perfectly good planes.
Yep. Yep. You're not wrong.
Ah,
You're not
I
wrong.
love you.
Oh no, I 100 like at the time, great idea.
Man,
Nowadays, I regret so many regrets.
So Snow Angel, my favorite. So I have two favorite racing games.
I am not surprised you have two favorites.
Well, the thing is, they're different. They're different eras, though. They're different eras. So you've got the original The Crew for Xbox.
Okay.
And if you had Xbox Live during that time, you could literally race for pink slips. And your car would get tire wear, engine wear, transmission damage, everything. And you had to pay to fix it. My second favorite one is probably, I want to say it was PS. Well, no, it was on Xbox. We played on both of them. It was Xbox 360, I think it was. And it was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Was it which one had drifting? Which one had the original drifting?
The original drift was Underground.
Yeah, that's it. Underground and Underground.
No. It wasn't Underground. It was
No, it was Underground because I had Drift King title multiple.
What was the one right before that?
Like me and my guys in my squad or my platoon, we would all just go to one guy's room and we'd just like sit there
and just
fuck yeah. It was the best time. I mean, I miss it.
Dude, I remember when the fucking Xbox came out and we'd live in the fucking barracks. It was like me and my roommate, because there were two of us in the barracks room. And our fucking, we shared a stoop because all of our doors were outside. The guys that like shared the stoop with us, in their room, they had Xboxes. They would drag their two TVs and their Xboxes, and we would have our two TVs and our Xboxes, and we would
LAN party.
Oh yeah, 16-player GoldenEye, like 16-player GoldenEye.
And fuck you, fuck you.
Odd Job.
If you were Odd Job and you fucking crouched as walking across.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Apparently, I've heard they're supposed to be remaking GoldenEye.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
They're remastering it.
I wonder if they're just going to do it for Nintendo, though. I bet you they'll put it Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. That would be their best bet.
Like, right now, I mean, if anyone's following video games, there was big controversy over Helldivers 2 and PlayStation. And then, like, literally all hell broke loose, and the community absolutely destroyed PlayStation and Steam.
Yep.
I wouldn't say destroyed them. They made them reconsider.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. Full disclosure.
No, go ahead.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Love my PlayStation. Thank you, stackup.org.
All right. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's just bring Steve's name into it. You know, why not?
Oh, no. Fucking right. That guy's a G.
No. Believe me, I 100% agree with you. What they do is absolutely fucking amazing.
Because honestly, I at the time, I would not be able to afford a PlayStation 5. Because again, so as mentioned, I'm married. I have 4 kids. My wife doesn't work, not because she doesn't want to. I just prefer her not to because I'd rather her stay home and take care of the kids.
Right.
Because I don't want somebody else raising my kids other than me or my wife.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I was like, if you want to go get a job when they get older, by all means, go and do it. But I'm not forcing you to by any measure.
Yeah. It's probably the best bet, too, at this rate.
Yeah, especially in today's day and age. Fuck.
Yes. I'll tell you what, and
you know, I'm gonna go one. Hold on, I'm gonna go one further with Steve on this one.
Okay.
He posted when Diablo 4 was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
He put a post on X and like, hey, who wants a fucking a free code for the ultimate edition of all fucking things? And all I literally did was put that little all I did was put the little emoji of the eyes looking sideways.
Right.
5 minutes later, in my fucking DMs, he said, "What do you want?" I was like, "PS5," and he sent me the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to have Steve on twice, and I'll tell you what, there's probably not. Well, I don't want to isolate somebody, but there's a couple of orgs that have been on the podcast more than once, and Stack Up 100%.
He is the most genuine that I've known of as of right now.
Oh my god! So we were expected to have him on one time, and like the schedules got fucked up or whatever it was. He ended up showing up like 3 hours late, and we were just kind of like, "Fuck, we're gonna run with it." And we started giving him shit over being late. And it's Steve. So Steve was like giving 100% shit back.
I'm trying to remember his last name. Is it Machuga?
I don't want
Machuga.
Yeah.
Machuga. Josh, no, I'm sorry. The best football game ever of all time, and it hasn't come back yet, is going to be NFL fucking Blitz, and there's no fucking debating.
Agreed. 100% agreed. NFL
I will
Blitz.
fight you on that one.
I'm gonna sit back. I'll tell you what. I'll sit back and referee that.
No, hang on. We already had an argument between Josh, who is a longtime friend and family of. Hang on. Longtime friend of Asylum Arms and a longtime friend and mod for my channel, and he got into it with a member of Regiment over Destiny.
I honestly,
well, actually, to the point where the member was like, "I don't like you anymore. I don't agree with what you're saying. Go fuck yourself."
I'm just completely a shit talker. I believe everybody should play whatever game they want to.
I agree completely. But Blitz is 100% the greatest fucking football game of all time.
I would. All right, let me. All right. So to what Josh said.
Hang on. We'll go back to the 80s, unless we're going back to the rubber band football.
Rubber band or retro ball?
No. I'm talking the electric football players going around with the rubber band football in their arm. He tried to make a touchdown.
I don't remember that one. The one I remember though is the little handheld one. It was a little handheld. Remember those little handheld games you used to get?
Mm-hmm.
It was just that. It was retro ball. I think it was called like retro ball.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that one.
I actually still have the plug it in, the ground vibrates and the players run ish. Just like 95% of the time, each team would go to the corner and get stuck on the wall, and then that one player with a rubber band football would make a touchdown. And I
don't remember. All right, but Josh, I will give you this. Blitz is the best non-actual football game. However, my favorite actual football game of all time is Madden 97 on Sega.
I'm good with that one. Yeah.
I don't like all the new ones because they've made all the controls just, okay, I'm going to Duke right. All right, you got to push right, then hit left, then R1, L2, fucking shove a thumb up my ass and hope to God I don't fucking get shit on the thumbstick.
Hard 3 times if you want fucking zone.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. And I mean, back to what you said, like Destiny, I used to love the game until they made it a fucking grind fest.
Yeah.
When they started locking if you were new to the game and you hadn't gotten to play the original story, they locked it all.
What, the original D1 or D2?
The original D2, when they started coming out with all the new stuff, they vaulted all the original shit.
Go way back.
I don't think they should have ever made a Destiny 2. I think they literally should have just kept on with Destiny.
I agree with that.
Destiny 1 was 10 times better, and that's conservatively. I like my favorite gun of all time was in D1 was the Zalo Supercell, which was the arc automatic AR.
Damn gun for the Warlock.
I was always a Titan, always Hulk smash.
Really?
See, I ran Hunter. I always ran with the Hunter.
Wait. Divinity.
Yo,
Josh, suck it, you fucking space pixie. Titans win. Mine was like my favorite gun when it came to any type of raid. It was Fatebringer. Fatebringer and Icebreaker, and of course, you know, if you wanted to get into a raid, it was Gallahorn.
Yeah,
you could not at the time. You could not get into a raid without Gallahorn.
Yep.
There was another one. I can't remember. It wasn't Gallahorn, but there was one that was very, very close, and you needed it for Crota.
Oh shit! It was a 2-shot fucking rocket.
Mm-hmm. It shot one.
It tracked.
It shot is what it did. I think it technically shot both of them at once, but one of them went straight and the other one circled around it as it went through.
Oh God. Don't be mad because I'm prettier than y'all. You fucking space pixie, shut up.
You're fucking prettier after a 6-pack.
Oh fuck.
Yes, Josh, Twin Tail Fox. Yes.
Yeah, Twin Tail. Thank you.
And Snow Angel, to what you said before, I do stream. I do have a channel here. I also have one on green, but I'm more on green than purple right now.
And we will promote either one.
Yep. Yep. Either or and both.
So if you want Angel, if it's someone that you're interested in, hit me up. I will send you the link. By all means, 100% support the guy. I mean,
or even show up in the Discord.
No. Hang on. He's got a BRC t-shirt.
Yes, I love their coffee.
Hey, shut up, Josh.
Their coffee is phenomenal. I love the people that have brought this thing from just an idea up into what it is now.
I had the pleasure of meeting some of them.
I have too.
And I got lucky because their headquarters was where my house was.
No shot.
Yeah, San Antonio.
Yeah.
So, all right. So technically they have 2 headquarters, I guess you could say. They've got one in, I always get it Utah or Idaho mixed up, but that's where they roast their coffee. But
Right.
their admin and HR headquarters is in San Antonio.
Yes, it is.
And their original... Oh, you're a Horlock.
All right, so fair enough.
He's a cunter.
He is 100% a fucking Horlock.
So to be fair, I ran Titan or Hunter. I did not want to run Warlock during D1 because Warlocks were OP. I wanted to prove that I was better than having run something OP.
Okay, so there was nothing like D1 Trials of Osiris.
Mm.
And knock down an entire team.
No.
You know for a fact there is a self-res fucking Warlock on that team, and
arguably
or a Titan, and you are scoping sniper.
Arguably, it was better than Trials of Osiris.
Which one?
Iron Banner.
Oh yeah. But you knew that self-res, that bitch went down and the scope came out.
Not with a sniper. Not with a sniper. I'd shoot, and as soon as he res, shoot again, and he's just dead.
Yeah. It was so fucking funny.
Oh man, I miss those days.
And then the meta came out where there were, you would play Iron Banner and 4 Bubble Titans, show up, and the entire game stopped.
You know, I will say this. I like a lot of the stuff that Warzone or not Warzone, Destiny 2 has brought to the field. However, can you imagine how many people they would bring back? Said, hey, we're scrapping D2 in this sense. We're going to keep the stuff that's most of that, but we're reanimating fucking D1 and the mechanics.
Well, did you see what they brought back as a legendary for the
Gallahorn?
No,
I haven't touched D2 in probably 3 years. I don't remember.
The original automatic fucking rifle.
I don't remember that one. Was that D1?
Yeah, it was the first rifle you picked up in the game.
I don't do it's fuck all right, so D1 that was 2015?
Yeah. 14 actually. Well, no, it was 14 because I just transferred to Mississippi.
When in 14, because I was deployed halfway through 14 into 15.
It looks like a discount, aka you're not wrong, Josh.
I just want my Zalo Supercell again. As a Titan.
Why? It's a fucking warlock weapon.
How?
It actually teamed up. Zalo actually teamed up with the Super for the warlock.
I don't remember that one. I just remember I'd be able to shoot a group of enemies and it would arc between each other, even as a Titan. It worked that way. But if I remember right, and Josh would be the first one to tell me I'm dumb. And he will only do that because it's Josh. You're dumb.
But I'm pretty sure Zalo was actually linked to the Warlocks. That actual weapon worked with the Warlock Super.
So here's another big prop I will give Destiny and Bungie. So I don't know if you knew this. There is one gun that only one person has ever had, D1. So there was
the wedding gun, is it?
The what?
The wedding gun?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Unless it is, and I'm just thinking of it differently. So there was a kid who loved playing Destiny 1. Like,
I know the game. Yeah.
And he had terminal cancer.
Yes, he did.
And I don't remember how it happened, but Bungie found out, and it's like,
his grandfather,
here's your gun. Here's your fucking gun.
Yeah.
It's never been done. And you couldn't pick it up after he was dead or anything like that. It was just.
It was actually the cat. If I remember right, that entire situation that happened was a catalyst for GCX, which way back when it first started, it was like Guardians Con, and it was a charity event for St. Jude. It was nothing but Destiny streamers and players and this, that, and the other. And that was kind of like the leaping stone for what GCX has become now.
What's GCX?
Guardian Con.
Okay. I'm not, again, I haven't played or done anything for Destiny in like 3 years.
Yeah.
They made it way too grindy for me now.
Well, thanks to Josh, I played the last DLC. Thank you again, Josh. But I've actually deleted the game because I was never a big PvE fan. I mean, like back in D1, I would do 3 raids every Tuesday.
D1 PvP was the greatest.
It was fun, but I did Crota and Pantheon and this, that, and the other. I had 3 characters. I had the Titan, the Warlock, and the Hunter, and we would run it. Then D2 came out, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm a Titan.
D2 was good for about the first week or two, and then you ran out of anything to do. And then they made it god awful grindy.
But Josh brings up a fabulous point. There was a point back in D2.
Necrochasm, holy fuck! I think that's the one gun I never got.
we had the necrochasm, and if you ever had the opportunity to bring a full fire team into Iron Banner with nothing but necrochasm, it was the funniest shit of all time. It was Star Wars in Destiny because that shit was bouncing off of everything.
Hold on, Josh. So my favorite in Iron Banner, what I would run, it was a pistol, not Ace of Spades,
Hard Light or Last Wish.
Last Wish.
Yes,
I would run that. I would run that. And then there was a sniper rifle, and it had Firefly. The other one where if you hit a headshot, it would automatically reload it, so you didn't have to reload.
Oh shit! I know that. God damn it! I have the rifle.
But the thing is, it wasn't a legendary.
No, it was common.
No, it wasn't a common either. Is gold legendary or is that purple?
Gold is legendary. Purple
exotic. All right, purple is legendary. Gold's exotic.
There you go.
It was a purple, and it had Firefly. I think it was Outlaw. Is that what I'm thinking of? Where if you hit
Yeah.
And there was one other thing, and it made it the god of all sniper rifles.
Oh, I'm bringing it up because I know which fucking gun it is.
And it was a certain. It wasn't kinetic either. It was. Not arc, not void. What's the other one?
Solar?
What's that? Solar. It was a solar sniper.
Yep. Yes, it was. And it was oh, okay, here we go. 1,000-yard stare.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that
was the top-rated legendary sniper rifle of D1. Other than obviously Icebreaker. Icebreaker was fucking broken.
But I absolutely love that, especially the fucking the pistol, because you didn't have to ADS on it. You just kept it at your side and just kept whacking away at it.
Yeah, it was a 1,000-yard stare.
And that ricochet off wall is Necro had the thrall explosion. Okay. I mean, and then if I had to run an AR, it was always the Zalo Supercell because that thing was just fucking it with fun.
My oh god, what was the name of that pulse rifle? It was Pilgrim.
And here I was, the jackass running around with a revolver the whole time.
I want to say, all right, hang on.
Dude, I got really fucking good with those goddamn throwing knives. Okay.
I'm trying to remember the throwing knives.
All right, Pilgrim.
Come here, little pilgrim.
Oh, Hopscotch Pilgrim. Yeah, Hopscotch was, if you got the right roll, you could literally fucking melt anyone in one shot. Because it's a 3-star burst. Then you had Oversaw Edict. Yeah. And then the nasty version of everything back in D1 was Bad Juju.
That's the pulse rifle.
Yeah, that bitch was dirty as fuck.
But it was fun. It was so much fun. I remember Bad Juju, if I remember correctly, was also a void.
I believe so.
Not Mal. Oh, Josh, not Mal. Come on. I thought we were friends.
Malficante. All right, so you missed out on the Ace of Spades. You missed out on the
Bad Juju.
Last Wish. Was it? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. I just looked it up.
There was a burst rifle that was the void that absolutely destroyed.
Hawksaw. Hawksaw dropped on all 4 fucking subclasses. I
Fuck,
used Ace, hate it. Yeah. First, like my preferred pistol was either Fatebringer or First Curse.
D1 or D2? Was that D1?
Both of them were D1.
Okay, so here's another one that everybody hated at first, but then they learned to love it. Can you guess it?
Are we talking primary or secondary?
Primary. It's a hand cannon. Comes from Crota.
Oh, wait. You talking about the raid hand cannon?
I don't know. What's it called?
Bro, I'm old.
You're talking about Thorn, are you? I was gonna say.
Oh, no.
I loved that one.
Thorn was so fucking broken when it came out.
I know. That's why I loved using it. Because I could never play. I could never find people to play with, so I have to roll with overpowered dumb shit to
God, I hated fucking Thorn. In PvP, when it first came out, it was so fucking broken.
To be fair, everything in that game was broken for a good time.
You're not wrong.
Everything started off broken, and then they had to fix it.
But I will say, so D1 had the mechanics right and the multiplayer. D2
PvP was smooth. I mean, like they had their issues here and there, but for the most part, it actually fucking ran perfectly.
D2, I liked some of the different forms multiplayer they brought. Like, what was it? The Rift, or what was it when you were team versus team and you would go against
basketball team.
The what?
When you had to slam dunk the fucking
No.
that was my favorite.
No, Rift. What was it? Yeah, was it called Rift? Where you had, so you find him in the tower and he's in a back alley.
Oh yeah, no, that's not Rift.
Basically, it's like, so what it is. Each of the teams start off six people, six players.
Gambit?
Gambit, yes.
Gambit was a lot of fun.
That's one thing I enjoyed.
Until you went for that auto rifle where you had to do 100 matches of that shit. And
I didn't worry so much about what you had to do for stuff like that. It was just the play style. I liked the fact that it was PvE and PvP, and then you could invade.
Yeah, that invade was fun.
Yeah.
Only pulse rifle I liked was Outbreak Prime. Outbreak Prime, when it first came out, was fucking ridiculous. You know, you had to do the mission, you know, to get it, and then all of a sudden it was like, you know, you fired your 3-shot burst, and then all of a sudden you had nothing but like tiny little fucking particles that would blow everything up. It completely broke the game for, I think it was like 2.5 months before they flipped it.
Can't remember.
Outbreak was, and it still is, it's a very phenomenal pulse rifle. Auto rifle and scout rifle guy. Yeah, no, trust me, I know. I remember back in the day, you're like, just use Mida for everything.
Mida.
Midas touch.
Okay. It's been a fucking while.
You cannot say as long as it's not Mida, because you would tell me every time I had a quest that was a fucking scout rifle, you're like, just use Mida.
Oh, Midas touch is the one I loved in D1, and is that the one that where if you kept on hitting headshots it stacked?
Yes, and you could aim down, have radar up.
Yes, and I think on the third, if you got 3 headshots in a row, it did a dragonfly. Was it reload or dragonfly effect?
I want to say it was a reload.
I think so. It was the exotic benefit was it reload was the load. Yeah. However, if you got the correct roll, I had a roll that had dragonfly on it.
See, and that's what was so much fun about D1 is you
could get the same gun 3 different times and have different rolls.
Yep.
You would hunt that meta
perfect
fucking
roll.
gun. Yeah.
Fuck you, Josh. Fuck you.
No, fuck you, Josh. You never yelled at me when it came to a scout rifle. You're just like, use meta.
You just laid there and took it.
Yeah. Oh God, I pulled fucking Destiny 2 off my fucking PC.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain is old.
Your brain is old. You know what? Fuck you. Your brain is in Texas. It doesn't work. Fuck off.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, I'm in Mississippi. Believe me, my brain doesn't fucking work either.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
Careful, don't hurt yourself.
Are we that old? We're
Yes.
going back. Like,
I've got to wear a Darth Vader mask just to get to fucking sleep.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yep, all 3 of us. I'm sorry.
I got transferred to Mississippi to the CB base out here, 2014. I was an Xbox player, you know, Halo and this and the other. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not.
I love Xbox.
Got here,
Fuck off.
I was surrounded by Nintendo and PlayStation players, and everyone's just like, "Have you heard about this game, Destiny?" I was like,
"Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?"
Yeah. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the CB? Yes, I've heard of them.
Thank you, Josh. I like you again.
But they were just kind of like, "Hey, there's all these games coming out," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "There's just, you know, from what they originally talked about, there's this game coming out called Destiny, where and I talked to a couple of the guys that were PlayStation players. I was like, you realize that according to them, it's an open world. You can do whatever you want. Liars." And when you turn off the game, as long as you didn't like kill the power to the game actually, according to Bungie, will learn your entire habits in the game and readjust the game to play against you as an AI. Guess what never happened? Any of that bullshit. But I was fortunate enough to get an alpha playthrough, and I thought the game was great. You know, we only had, I think it was like the 14 hours, I think is what they gave us to be able to play it. And then beta came out, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm the shit. Went to my military school, and I was like, I played the beta. Buddy goes, I had sex. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't have that.
Xbox is superior, then tell me why is PlayStation continually outsold it for the past decade plus?
We're not going there.
I'll say this: when it comes to what console you play, it is going to definitively be what exclusives you prefer.
I will say this, and I think PlayStation has finally, especially with the whole Helldiver thing, they realize that bringing their console and PC together is a very big thing that they need to do. 100%.
Oh yeah.
There is a big rumor going around right now that Steam is coming to Xbox. If that happens, PlayStation's in trouble.
I don't think Steam will go one way or the other. I think they'll give it to both if they do.
I really hope that they sit middle and
yeah,
run them
I
out.
do too. I think
with Helldivers 2, one of the things that like a lot of the Helldivers did, we want, you know, this game is community focused, and you want as many players as you can throw at this fucking game.
That right now,
ODST divers, give us the Halo divers into the game. I guarantee you, it doesn't matter if you're PlayStation, your PC, or Xbox. Everybody is going to have a fucking blast.
And I will say this too. I have friends on all platforms. That's why, honestly, I love Diablo 4. You could literally play it on it. That's why I like Warzone. You can play it on any fucking thing.
Right.
Now that they've got it on fucking like PlayStation, recently just got Sea of fucking Thieves. I get to go be I get to go be a fucking pirate, people.
Thank you, PlayStation, because I've had so much fun tucking on fucking newbie ships.
I think they really need to stop looking at.
It's not a console war anymore.
It is, but it isn't. I think they need to start looking at the gaming community as a whole rather than at the individual console.
I agree.
Yep.
I mean, that's really the only thing that you can, I guess, really do. Because if you go outside of that, like you're taking yourself away from so much of the market. It's not even.
No, 100% agreed.
Well, yeah. It's
all
like,
right, I need you to do me a favor.
What's that?
I need you to, well, I mean, put on the dress and we'll talk later. But anyways, I need you to work this episode out. I have to step away.
I kind of do too. I kind of get. I have an hour ahead of both. I think both of you right now, at least.
You're in Florida.
It's coming up on 10:30.
It's coming up on 10:30 for you guys.
I am more than willing to do this again this weekend if you want me to.
I would
because we've kind of gone on a very long tangent.
We went military, and all of a sudden it's just like, fuck it, we're going full gaming at this point.
Yep. But no, we've been at this for a couple hours. This is probably a good episode, good time to
2 hours and 11 minutes to be exact.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
if you want me to come back, I don't have, and I think this would be a good weekend to do it if you wanted me to, especially with it being Memorial Day weekend.
I think it would be a good idea.
All right. But,
so again, I am down to clown if thou shouldeth needeth.
Well, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to tell the viewers and the listeners who you are, where we can find you. And
okay, that is a good one. So again, my name is
bringing up Pornhub or OnlyFans. I'm sorry, we can't.
What about Feet Finder?
That one's actually fucking allowed.
All right. So yeah, I am on Twitch. I am on Kick. I don't really stream on Twitch anymore. On Kick, it is just ghostangel84. Same with, I want to say that's my ex as well. I will say, if you watch my ex, I am pretty opinionated, regardless of which way you want to do it. I believe everybody has a right to that.
100%.
I mean, yeah, I am.
Shit.
I think he just dropped.
Yeah, I think so.
There he goes.
There you are.
Now he's back.
Wait, what happened?
That was a big pause. I think brain just fucked up at that point.
I didn't pause at all in there.
Yeah, on our side we went. And it was just done.
Yeah, you were like, you talked about how you were opinionated on X, and that was the last thing we heard.
I said I'm opinionated, and I should say I am. I mean, if you want to break it down to it, I am central with more conservative values to a larger extent.
That's fair.
I believe as long as what you want to do does not affect who I am and how I want to live my life, then so fucking be it. So, I guess the correct is I'm a libertarian with more conservative values.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
So, but yeah, kick.com/ghostangel. I do typically go there live almost every single night. I play with a lot of friends from Regiment. Also, does anybody here, do either one of you know who Lucci is?
Yes.
I am part of the group of guys that follow him, and also the Friendly Stream Snipers of America or Friendly Stream Snipers Association.
You motherfuckers! I absolutely.
I have so much fun. What was it? Not last weekend. Not this past weekend. Not the weekend. So 3 weekends ago, Lucci did a
I love and absolutely.
Oh fuck yeah. He's 3 hours away from me.
Yeah, no, that.
But he did a weekend stream because his wife was out of town, and he took Friday off to spend time with her. All well and good. And me and probably about 4 or 5 other people got into the same game with him. We were just running around him, and he was running solos the entire fucking time, and it was just fucking hilarious. And the worst thing was we were all running high alert, so if we ever looked at each other, it would just send us all be like, so much shit. Oh no, it's just fucking you.
I can't bitch about it because I was trying to help out Triple G and Pool Shark and Dr. Lupo.
I don't know who Triple G is. I have not been able to. So I do follow Pool Shark. I haven't really watched Dr. Lupo since he left Twitch. It's just I don't really like watching any of them. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. But we're doing a quest in
because Pool Shark just moved.
Yeah.
He went from this area to Colorado.
Did you hear the story this morning?
I have not. So his wife. I follow his wife as well. She's actually talked. She's talked to me a couple times. She's a sweet woman, very nice family. And she mentioned I haven't really seen what's going on with her per se, or them per se.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Go back to his VOD from today, where he tells the entire story of them moving from Florida to Colorado. It's worth it, especially the point where Stacy has to get involved. And
is it on Twitch?
Yells. It is.
I can't watch it then. I shouldn't say I can't watch it. So the other thing about my work,
okay,
I can't have any personal devices on me. It's a skiff.
I got you.
The entire headquarters is a fucking skiff.
Gotcha.
But
let's put it this way: that at one point when they were moving, they got to a certain part of Texas and they got a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
And they have dogs, they have cats, they have birds. Because of the quote unquote bird flu that's going around right now, the hotel told them that they cannot be at the hotel with a bird. They didn't tell Stacy that when she booked the hotel. So, Pool was like, I'm fucking done, whatever, let's leave. As they were trying to walk out the door, one of the people at the hotel didn't want to talk to Pool or Stacy. They decided to talk their shit to their kids. Stacy heard what was going on and sidestepped, the clerk and bitched this fucking woman out.
As you should.
Yeah.
And
you don't shit talk somebody's kid.
What Stacy said, I was afraid, and I think she meant it. and all of us were like, yeah, no, if it's Stacy, 100%, she fucking meant it.
I mean, I don't what in God's green earth would have you think that it's okay to talk to somebody's kids like that?
You would think.
Yeah, no shit.
But if you get the chance, go to Pool's Twitter or Twitch or YouTube, because I think he was actually doing he was doing YouTube and Twitter.
YouTube I can see.
If you can go back and watch the first 45 minutes of his stream,
mm-hmm.
He gives the entire rundown of him moving from Florida, the buyers. Believe me, the story of the people that bought his house, and these are famous people, is fucking hilarious.
Who bought his house?
There was a football player whose last name is very famous with a how did Bull put it? A failed dietary supplement out there.
I honestly don't know that.
By the name of Atkins.
Oh.
We're going to stop right there. We're not going to give it away. But all hell broke in the sale of the home. And Ghost, if you know Pool, this is a bitter petty motherfucker that at the end of the day,
He can be
his
anyway.
way.
He can be.
And he did it. After he sold the house and it was said and done, Poole literally gave, the silver fucking weenie to somebody on the way out.
Green. I'd be with the green weenie, but
I mean, it depends if you freeze it. If you're overheated, you're gonna freeze it.
no, it's still always green.
Definitely a different branch.
Well,
all right, guys.
On that note,
Divinity.
Well,
I'm gonna leave it up to you.
I told you I'd tell you who my relative was after we get offline. So
Yeah, nope.
Yep.
Divinity, I'm gonna give you a chance to close it out. I'm gonna step away for like 2 minutes.
Yep.
And then we should be offline. And
yep, we'll let you guys do your thing. All right, so
that's not gonna sound right.
oh yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, all right, Ghost, I want to say thank you for stopping by. I loved having you here. Great guest, great stories. Even though we do, waste 2.5 hours on ridiculous tangents.
No,
But
that just means it was fun. So
yes.
I'm down to clown again whenever you need. Just let me know.
Oh yeah, well, we will definitely be reaching back out to you. We're gonna have to do this again. This was good. This was good times. But so that's gonna end our episode today. We will be back on Saturday, 7 p.m. Central. Ish. As long as we got everything running on time.
Ish.
Ish. There's been a lot of ish lately. But anyway, I'm your host, Divinity Chained. Thank you all for coming by. Have a nice night.